I was tied tightly to the bed by Lily Ryan using black stockings. She suddenly leaned down, decisively lifting my shirt. Her fingers touched the 3 faded scars on my chest. Her warm breath brushed against my ear. These 3 big scars. To pay off the debt, I want to have 3 children, trading 3 knife wounds for 3 lives. The scars on your body tonight, we start settling the score. I panicked and hurriedly begged. Because my wife had never been like this before. I used to be a total simp, a contract husband for 5 whole years. Then my wife had an accident and became a vegetable. I took care of her day and night. Her soul hovered in the air, cursing me for putting on an act. Until my best buddy burst in, exposing all my secrets. She miraculously woke up. Then from a romance-obsessed fool she turned into a full-blown yandere. She chained me to the hospital bed, licking her lips as she said to me, "Hubby, let's go home." I faked my death to escape for 2 years. Until today, when I was taking my niece to the claw machine. As soon as I turned around, there she was. That night I was tied to the bed by her using black stockings. She licked her lips and asked me, "Weren't you dead? Did your buddy watch a 15-second ad to revive you or something?" The beep beep in the ICU sounded like a countdown timer claiming a life. I looked at Lily Ryan lying on the hospital bed, tubes inserted all over her body, her face completely emotionless. She was my wife. In name only. Now she had become a vegetable. I pinched my fingers to calculate a bit. The 5-year contract had only 3 months left. 90 days, 5 million yuan. Enough for me and my sister to live comfortably for the rest of our lives. Also enough for my niece's education fund. After that, the world would be my oyster. I'd consider it like serving my prison sentence. The doctor held the report with a serious expression as he approached me. "Mr. Kane, Miss Ryan's brain is severely damaged. The chance of her waking up is extremely low." He advised giving up the expensive and aggressive treatments, switching to basic care. In plain terms, just waiting for death. I calmly looked at him. "Move her to the best single VIP room. Don't worry about the cost." The doctor was stunned. His gaze shifted from sympathy to respect. He probably thought this was true love, but he didn't know. We were only in a contract marriage. My only responsibility was to protect Lily Ryan's safety. As long as she still had a breath in her, my mission wasn't considered a failure, and her family wasn't short on money. The high-end hospital room was very quiet, only the sound of machines. I wrung out the hot towel, starting the daily repetitive routine, wiping her face, neck, arms, every inch of skin movements precise, pressure just right, like maintaining an expensive porcelain piece, turning her over, patting her back, handling waist, then massaging the stiffened muscle areas. Everything neat and orderly, without a shred of emotion. This is just a job, I told myself. The final step. Placing her hand back under the blanket, her fingers still slender, just without any vitality. A young nurse came in to change the meds. Seeing my actions, she couldn't help but sigh. "Mr. Kane, you're so good to your wife, so patient. She'll definitely get better." I said nothing, just nodded lightly, my heart completely unruffled. Get better best if she doesn't wake up. If she wakes and is still that bossy little miss, then my days would be even tougher. Lying like this is actually better. Peaceful for both of us. I looked at her pale face. The mouth that once spewed so many harsh words at me, now silently closed. How rare. I even felt that in the past 5 years. This was the most peaceful time we'd ever lived together. I knew how I looked right now. In others' eyes it must be deep affection worthy of a movie. A good man, who doesn't abandon and is caring for his vegetative wife. Acting. I'd been acting for 5 years. Long used to it. I just didn't know. The audience for this play had an invisible one, added her herself. Her soul was floating on the ceiling, arms crossed over her chest, sneering as she watched my performance. Her eyes full of contempt. "Stop pretending, Jack Kane. If it weren't for my dad forcing it, you wouldn't even qualify to touch my toe. The one I love is Keith Barton. You're just the criminal who split us up, nothing but a dog raised by my dad." Her soul floated in the air. Her recollections probably weren't anything good. Our 5 years of marriage were like a silent film on repeat. I obeyed her every whim, did whatever she said. She said go east, I didn't dare go west. She complained the soup was too salty. I immediately dumped it and remade it. In the middle of the night she wanted late-night snacks from the west side of the city. I drove across the whole city to buy them. In the end she just glanced at it, frowned and said she wasn't in the mood, then tossed it straight into the trash. Because it wasn't bought by Keith Barton. In my eyes she was a queen high above, but in her eyes, I was a dog wagging its tail for money. Everything I did was to please her, to please her, to please the father who was paying me. It was a performance so cheap it was nauseating. The doctor said to talk more to the patient. Use familiar sounds to stimulate the cortex. Only then might she wake up. So every day I had an extra task. Today sunny turning cloudy, high of 28 degrees. Suitable for outdoor activities. But you probably can't go. Latest news, stocks dropped again. Good thing I didn't buy. The cafeteria downstairs changed the menu today. The braised pork looks pretty good. I sat by the bed. calmly reading news from my phone. The content dry as a board meeting. I didn't know. Lily Ryan on the ceiling was irritably covering her ethereal ears. Shut up, Jack Kane. Can that disgusting voice of yours stop already? You think doing this will move me? It just makes me more nauseous. After reading the news, it was time to hang the nutrient drip. I tore the packaging, got the 4-line, expelled the air, skillfully inserted the needle into the bottle, hung it on the stand, adjusted the flow rate. 60 drops per minute. Not one extra, not one less. The whole motion smooth as flowing water. Precise like a pre-programmed robot. Task complete. I leaned back in the chair to rest my eyes. Her soul immediately floated right in front of me, scrutinizing my calm face. The contempt in her eyes deepened. Layer after layer. In your heart, are you hoping I never wake up? So you can keep taking my dad's money, living in my house, leading the life of a superior. You're really good at scheming. The more she thought, the more she believed her guess was right. Her hatred for me almost condensed into something tangible. At the same time, in her heart, full of longing for her white moonlight, Keith Barton. Barton, why haven't you come to visit me yet? Hurry and take me away. I don't want to see this disgusting man anymore. She longed for her hero, to rescue her from the demon that was me. The hospital room door was kicked open by someone. My buddy Owen Young charged in aggressively, like a moving flame. With a bang, 2 black packets of herbal medicine tossed onto the bedside table. The water in the cup rippled. Tonic for your chi and blood. He panted, pointing straight at my face and cursing. Damn it, if you don't tonic up, you'll be ruined for good. Look at your face, pale as a ghost. Anyone who doesn't know might think my bro has kidney deficiency. I didn't even turn my head. Turned to carefully check Lily Ryan's vitals. He adjusted the slipped corner of her blanket. Movement steady. Without any extra emotion. Owen Young's anger flared up. He grabbed my wrist tight. His grip terrifyingly strong. You're still worried about her, Kane? Are you crazy? Haven't you done enough for this ungrateful wolf? Has she ever appreciated your feelings? Lily Ryan on the ceiling crossed her arms, her face full of confusion. What had he ever done for her anyway? Her ethereal brows furrowed tight. Wasn't it just being a workhorse, washing clothes and cooking for her? That was all paid for by her dad's money. What's there to talk about? Owen saw I said nothing. Got even more furious. His voice rose an octave. You served her like an ox. Took care of her daily life. Protected her safety. And tolerated her erratic temper. What the hell? The crap she cursed at you. The crap she scowled at you. Even her best friend Hannah Quinn couldn't stand it. Helped say a few good words for you. But she turned on her right away, and then what? Got blocked by that idiot Keith Barton who hired people. You forgot already? Just because she advised Lily Ryan to treat you better. One scumbag. One blind fool. Why the hell are you still entangled with them? Finally I reacted. Shook off his hand. Stop talking. My voice was very soft, but carried an undeniable chill. Saying this stuff is pointless. It's almost over. The time is coming. Owen was stunned. His expression like looking at an idiot. What do you mean the time is coming? Are you stupid now? A woman who abused you like that. Did she traumatize you so bad that you're not even sane anymore? I smirked self-deprecatingly. How could that be? Owen was about to say more, but was stopped by the ice in my eyes. And Lily Ryan floating in midair. Felt confused for the first time. Hannah Quinn got blocked by Keith Barton who hired people. She only remembered arguing with Hannah Quinn back then. After that, Hannah Quinn never contacted her again. She thought it was because Hannah Quinn was petty, jealous of her feelings with Keith Barton. Turns out it was because of him. Lily Ryan's soul started to feel shocked. Owen's words like a hammer, smashing a crack in her solid perception. Could it be besides cooking and being a simp? There were things she never knew about. Owen saw my indifferent demeanor. Must have been furious to the point of madness. His handsome face flushed red, like a boiled shrimp. Kane, have you been tortured into idiocy? The next second just heard a rip. My short-sleeved shirt was grabbed by the collar and torn open by him. Buttons flying everywhere, from chest to arm. 2 long centipede-like scars exposed to the air. One barred across the chest, just inches from the heart. The other stretched from shoulder to elbow. On the pale skin from excessive blood loss. They looked like 2 horrific cracks that would never close. Owen pointed at those 2 scars. His eyes bloodshot. See that these aren't birthmarks. Don't you remember sophomore year in college? He turned and glared at Lily Ryan on the bed, as if wanting her to hear too. Your current noble madam here, in the dead of night, insisted on going outside campus to date her white moonlight punk. And what happened? Ran into some drunk thugs. Got knocked out on the spot. Almost dragged into the woods. And where was her heroic white moonlight? Owen's voice full of scorn and sarcasm. Ran away head down and bolted like hell, leaving her there alone. And you, this idiot. He shoved me hard toward the bed, pointing at my nose and yelling, you rushed in to save her. Under the empty ceiling, I seemed to feel a bone-chilling cold. Even the room temperature dropped a few degrees. Lily Ryan's soul was greatly horrified. Of course she remembered that robbery. It was a bold stroke in her love story with Keith Barton. In her version of memories, The hero who saved her from danger was Keith Barton. Owen's sarcasm continued. You took 3 stabs for her. 3 stabs, you almost died in that crappy alley. And what happened? All the credit got snatched by that cowardly runaway. She woke up, opened her eyes and saw her unscratched white moonlight guy. Damn it. Not giving him the Best Actor award would be a shame. And you, Jack Kane, you're a real joker. Even in Gotham City, you couldn't find another with experience like yours. Batman would see you and offer a cigarette, and say, bro, you've had it rough. Go back to Arkham and recuperate. I said nothing, because everything Owen said was true. After that incident, I was hospitalized for over a month, barely scraped back a life. When I returned to school, my studies had fallen way behind. Her dad, Mr. Ryan, even called specially, told her to help me catch up. What did she say then? He's a grown man, can't he study on his own? He's not a kid. Barton got hurt saving me. I have to go take care of him. Where would I find time for someone else? Oh right, she was busy worrying about her heavily injured white moonlight too. I remember she was heartbroken back then. Wanted to see Keith Barton's wounds. What did Keith Barton say? Don't look, Ryan, the wounds are scary. I'm afraid it'll frighten you. For you this little injury is nothing. Thinking back, it was truly an Oscar-level performance. Not even a single bandage on him. What was he using to scare people? Scaring with his face thicker than a city wall probably. A massive doubt probably exploded in Lily Ryan's soul. In her pale soul state, her fingers unconsciously touched her own chest. That longest scar. No sensation, but it looked so rough. And just a week ago. Owen's voice rose another notch, full of frustration from hating iron for not becoming steel. This stupid girl had an accident. Hospital blood bank on red alert. You, like a fool, rushed to donate your own blood to save her. He pointed at my face, heartbroken. Look at yourself. Drew a full 400 cubic centimeters. Don't you want your life anymore? What's the point of saving this vegetable? Will she even wake up? Finally I frowned. Owen, stop meddling. Making such a racket in the hospital room, what a mess. I do these things for my own reasons. What reasons? What reasons could make you not even care about your life? He laughed in anger. Truly a joker. A total simp. A tomcat. You're the special edition simp. The beauty sheep is already in the wolf's hot pot, and you're still outside knitting a scarf for it. You move heaven, move earth, move yourself. And what? In her heart there's only her joy sheep and her Jerry mouse. Owen's words like a rusty blade, cutting back and forth in my heart. Finally I couldn't hold back, so what can I do? My voice was very soft, but carried a cold exhaustion. What I regret most now is not admitting those 3 stabs were for me back then. But how could I admit it then? I was in the hospital over a month before returning to school. That damn white moonlight guy had already taken the hero's halo and performed the full script in front of her. With her level of infatuation for Keith Barton back then, if I jumped out with the truth, guess if she'd believe me. I gave a self-mocking smile. She'd just see me as despicable and shameless, jealous of her family's hero. She'd just see me as despicable and shameless, jealous of her hero, even wanting to snatch the life-saving credit. By then my days by her side would probably be worse than hell, not to mention me. Even her own dad explaining in person, she'd treat it like wind past her ears. She thought her dad was deliberately lying to pair us up. She didn't even believe her own father. So what does a hired hand like me count for? As soon as I finished, the air in the hospital room seemed to freeze. Lily Ryan on the ceiling, her soul not just collapsed, but completely shattered. Memories flooded back into her mind. No wonder your face was pale as a ghost. Turns out days ago you had 1 foot in the grave. She recalled her dad had indeed mentioned, your blood type is the rare negative, often called panda blood. Her dad had even said, this kid Kane has the same blood type as you. That's one reason I chose him. What did she reply then? Dad, don't you find it disgusting? Just hiring a bodyguard, and even matching blood types. What do you take him for? A mobile blood bank. Thinking back now, she was the most disgusting one. She had never cared about anything concerning me. Countless memory fragments she once ignored, now like sharp glass shards, stabbing straight into every inch of her soul. The food I prepared for her was always warmed. Because her stomach was sensitive, she complained it was too greasy and dumped it all. Every time she came home late, I always left a warm yellow lamp in the living room. Because she was afraid of the dark, she scolded me for meddling, wasting electricity. Every time she had her period, I quietly prepared brown sugar water and heating pads. Because each time she'd be in pain, face pale as a sheet, she said the herbal medicine smelled awful, and poured it straight down the toilet. Those details she never bothered to notice, even despised. Now weighed like 1,000 pounds, pressing down so she couldn't breathe. She started questioning herself, her coldness, harshness, and indifference toward me. Was it really fair? She treated me like a tool bought with money. Call and I come, dismiss and I go. But if this tool had always used his life to protect her, while she was blind and deluded, handing the glory that belonged to him directly to someone else, didn't she have any fault? Bang! Owen stormed out in anger. The huge noise made the whole world seem silent. In the hospital room only the steady beep-beep of machines remained. Lily Ryan's soul curled up in midair, like a child abandoned by the world. She cried soundlessly, for the first time feeling heart-wrenching pain because of me. Behind that pain was a cruel truth she dared not touch. Just how much did she owe me? Who was the one who truly loved her? Owen left, the door slammed hard by him, shaking the heart. The whole world sank into silence again. Only the monotonous heart monitor beeps. I emotionlessly bent down, picked up the 2 black herbal packets. The strong medicinal smell hit my nose, a bit pungent. Owen was always like that, explosive as gunpowder. But actually he wasn't wrong. I really was a joker. But even a joker needs to earn a living. I neatly placed the packets on the bedside table. Later I'll brew a cup and try it. Can't let myself collapse in these final 3 months. I walked to the bedside, looked at Lily Ryan lying motionless. Her face seemed smaller than before, pale as a thin sheet of paper. I grasped her arm, started physical therapy on the joints. Wrist, elbow, shoulder movements very gentle and precise. I muttered as if talking to her, but also to myself. The doctor told me to do this. Said it can minimize muscle atrophy. If you do wake up, recovery will be a bit faster. In my heart I sneered lightly, better not wake up at all. I don't want to see that face full of contempt and disgust again. Don't want to hear her say, Jack Kane, you're so disgusting. Lying like this is good for both of us. I massaged her slender fingers, gently rotating each one. On the ceiling, Lily Ryan's soul floated right above me. She looked at my pale face, looked at the deep dark circles under my eyes, looked at the slightly trembling gestures. From too much blood loss. For the first time she looked at me so intently, not the arrogant scrutiny as before, nor the indifferent apathy, but with heartache, with remorse, and complex emotions beyond words. She recalled the living room always lit with a warm yellow lamp, and a figure dozing off on the sofa. She saw the needle marks on the back of my hand. Those were traces left from drawing blood. Recalling the 400 cubic centimeters Owen mentioned, her blood type was RH, hospital blood bank depleted, and I unhesitatingly rolled up my sleeve. Her soul trembled as she extended her ethereal hand. She wanted to touch my face, wanted to soothe the fatigue between my brows. Her fingertips lightly brushed my cheek, only to pass through without any resistance. No warmth, no sensation, nothing at all. As if her existence had always been void. I suddenly felt my forehead cool, like something icy just brushed across my face. I unconsciously rubbed my forehead, felt an indescribable pressure, like some eyes staring at me. Another strange sensation brushed across my forehead, serene and cool, like a freezing feather, lightly touching, making my movements freeze. Unconsciously touched my forehead, but felt nothing. Maybe the AC vent blowing straight at me. I looked up at the ceiling. The vent was way in the corner over there. Windows were shut tight too. I frowned. What's going on? I muttered softly. Weather turning cold? No. This feeling is too weird. I couldn't help touching my forehead again. That chilling cold had vanished. A ridiculous thought flashed. Could it be something unclean? Some ghost girl has her eye on me. I smirked self-mockingly. Said casually into the air, hey sis. Your taste in people is a bit off. What do you see in me? My good looks? Or the title of model husband with 24 filial piety, caring for a vegetative wife? Let me tell you, I'm dirt poor. Even ghost money I only burn the 1-cent kind. If you want a long-term sugar daddy spot, just turn left. The old tycoon next door has massive wealth. After saying that, even I found it a bit funny. Probably too tired lately, hallucinating. I shook my head, wanting to shake this ridiculous memory out. But that staring sensation seemed to grow even stronger, even carrying an indescribable sorrow. I didn't see it all. In the void right above my head, a transparent tear rolling down, falling to the ground. No sound, no trace. She was looking at me with eyes I'd never seen, wanting to say something to me, but I couldn't hear, couldn't see. Just felt this hospital room had a heavy qi. Then the door suddenly banged once, pushed hard open from outside by someone. Lana Lucy, the female lead's closest best friend, rushed in like a whirlwind. She charged like a precision-guided cruise missile, straight to Lily Ryan's bedside. Ryan, my dear Ryan, how could this happen to you? The mournful wails, as if wanting to follow her immediately. Why are you so unlucky? If you leave me, what will I do? That exaggerated, infectious performance. Enough to make the dogs downstairs howl along a few times. I stood aside emotionlessly watching her act. The sarcasm in my eyes about to overflow. Truly worthy of studying acting. Basic skills really solid. I picked up a new towel, continued wiping Lily Ryan's fingers, treating the classic drama before me as non-existent. Lana Lucy wailed for a while. Probably saw her only audience, me, wasn't enthusiastic. So the cries gradually quieted. She sniffled, turned to look at me with red-rimmed eyes, in an utterly pitiful pose. Then her tone started carrying a bit of superior's command. Kane, you must take good care of Ryan. She's all bark, no bite. Usually a bit cold to you. But deep down she still has you in her heart. I almost burst out laughing. Hesme has a place for me. Probably topping her blacklist. I leisurely set the towel down. Gave a slight smile. Looked at her like casual chit-chat. Don't you hope she dies even more? If she's dead, no one to compete for your boyfriend. You and your dream guy can be together openly, right? Right. Her face immediately turned ashen, no blood left. Eyes panicked like a cat with tail stepped on. What nonsense are you saying? Her voice suddenly shrill, carrying panic that threw off the pitch. My relationship with Ryan is the best. We're the closest friends. What boyfriend do I have? She spoke more chaotically, eyes darting around, completely avoiding my gaze. At this point her reaction was the best answer. The atmosphere in the hospital room grew colder. Lana Luce's face alternated green and white, awkward enough to dig through the floor with her toes. Right then, the hospital door opened again. The white moonlight she longed for. Keith Barton had arrived. Looked somewhat human, in a finely tailored suit, hair slicked shiny. I saw him. Threw the towel in my hand straight into the basin, water splashing everywhere. The main character's here. The sarcasm in my voice. Even I found it grating. Ryan's true love is back. So let him take care of her. A third wheel like me can scram. Barton frowned. He didn't even glance at me. Went straight to Lana Luce's side. He casually spoke, like stating an obvious fact. She's your wife. Of course you take care of her. What does it have to do with me? Finally he glanced at Lily Ryan on the bed, eyes full of undisguised disgust. You want me to serve and empty bedpans for her? No way does she deserve it. The air dropped to freezing. A chilling sensation seeped out from the bone marrow. I even felt that ghost girl I imagined on the ceiling must be wanting to kill right now. I thought to myself, if Lily Ryan's soul was really here, she'd probably be stunned dead by this sentence. The man she loved deeply for so many years. After she became a vegetable, even looking once more felt filthy. Keith Barton seemed to think that wasn't ruthless enough. He impatiently glanced at the luxury watch on Lily Ryan's wrist. That was the watch she gave him. If it weren't from middle school, when I sweet-talked this love-brained kid into signing an inheritance agreement for me, saying after death she'd leave me a big sum. Do you think I'd bother coming to this unlucky place? Boom! I felt the whole room's air explode. An invisible gale held in my ears, making the hairs on my neck stand straight up. That ghost girl seemed to go mad. I couldn't see, but could feel a rage and despair out of control, charging madly at Keith Barton. I even saw Keith Barton's face like pierced by something, making him shudder unconsciously. At this moment Lily Ryan was using her ethereal fingers, clawing over and over at his face. You bastard, you scumbag man. I'm not love-brained. You liar, deceived me for years. I'm not dead yet. I can wake up. Now you don't even want to pretend anymore. I didn't hear the soundless screams of the ghost girl, but secretly hoped Keith Barton got torn to pieces. Lily Ryan's soul was screaming madly. The man she loved for over a decade, turns out only loved her money. Even acting felt like a waste of time. Keith Barton completely ignored what I said. He casually grabbed Lana Luce's hand beside him, his thumb smugly stroking the back of her hand, starting to boast. That action like displaying a cheap trophy just won. Nothing like my Lucy here. His voice full of nauseating bragging. So understanding and caring. Not only gives me money to spend, but quickly gave her body to me too. Lana Lucy coyly leaned into him, her whole body like boneless. The two of them completely ignored me as an outsider, didn't treat the person on the bed as a living being. Keith Barton's eyes, like looking at a pile of trash, swept over Lily Ryan on the bed. You think I really loved her? A love-brained naive idiot. As a kid, just a few sweet words made her obsessed beyond reason. Grown up, still pretending to be a pure jade girl in front of me. Wouldn't even let me touch her hand much. Thinking about it makes me sick. That invisible gale made the hairs on my neck stand up again. I'm sure the AC isn't on that high. Lily Ryan's soul was screaming. Lana Lucy giggled, her laugh high-pitched and piercing. That's right, Barton. She used the tone of an experienced one to spread her proud theories. Nothing like me. Day 1 holding hands. Day 2 kissing. Day 3 already at the motel. This is the speed a normal woman should have. I heard and wanted to puke. This speed even a rocket couldn't catch up. These two really treat shamelessness as personality. I thought to myself, Lily Ryan must be completely heartbroken. Being a vegetable like this, she'd either wake from anger or die from it. Betrayed by the one she loved most. And her closest best friend teaming up, nailing her to the pillar of shame. If she heard, right now she'd probably see herself as the world's biggest joke. In soul state, she looked at the shameless dog couple before her, then at me standing silently beside with her own body, one covered in tubes, still as death, one standing silent upright like a guard. In this moment she must have seen through who was true, who fake, who was truly sincere, who was a demon in disguise, and who was the silent guardian. I said nothing, just quietly observed them. Didn't expect my simp act would get to watch this comedy duo too. Truly eye-opening. Seeing no reaction from me, the two seemed bored of their monologue. Keith Barton turned his gaze to me, his face showing cheap superiority. "You simp piece of crap." He looked at me full of disdain. "Simping for 5 years. What did you get out of it? Has she ever looked you in the eye?" I said nothing, just silently observed him. Sometimes silence is the most painful slap. But he seemed to take my silence as weak tacit admission. He smiled even more triumphantly, looking no different from a fox who stole a chicken. He even revealed a bombshell secret. He lowered his voice. "You know, that stab blocking incident back then. I just said I did it. And she believed it hook, line and sinker." He leaned close, whispering smugly, tone reeking of boast. "So she loved me even more. You see, she's a real love-brained fool, right?" Around me it seemed and just blew. Windows clearly shut tight. Yet my hair lifted a bit. My family comes from martial arts lineage, though not superstitious. Always keeps respect for spirits. Seems this ghost sis has heavy resentment. I secretly applauded Keith Barton. Impressive, truly self-exposing. My sixth sense told me, maybe Lily Ryan could hear what's happening. After all, modern medicine confirms vegetatives can really hear external sounds. "You not afraid of death? Or think after death someone will burn you a 3-story villa down there?" I thought inwardly. Best if you provoke Lily Ryan to death, because if you wake her you'll enjoy big time. Right now I guessed. The one on the bed was no longer just collapsed, but numb, hateful, the kind of hate that wants to grind bones to ash. Lana Lucy beside quickly chimed in. Started critiquing Lily Ryan on the bed. "Look at her looking like a debt-dodging ghost." She clicked her tongue twice. "Eyes full of venom. So dry and skinny and sallow. No different from a corpse. So ugly." She deliberately puffed her not-so-full chest. "Nothing like me, carefully nourished by my Barton. So fresh and blooming. Rosy cheeks full of vitality." My eyelids twitched non-stop. "Nourished, sis. Your wording is really unique. Are you two in a plant gardener relationship?" She seemed to think that wasn't enough. If it weren't for her squatting on the toilet without going. "If this mobile ATM hadn't broken yet, I'd have gone public with you long ago." She dumped all blame on the head of that motionless, unarguable person. It's all her fault. I felt that Yinfeng had turned into a whirlwind, raging wildly in the hospital room. Hallucination, definitely a hallucination. Lily Ryan's soul was screaming until hoarse. But in real life no one heard. "You adulterous pair won't have a good end. Even as a ghost I won't spare you." I heard nothing at all. Just felt this hospital room really couldn't stay any longer. Too oppressive. If I stay any more, I'm afraid I'll puke from these two idiots. Though most of what they said is true. But it really makes me disgusted. I looked at this dog couple, then looked at Lily Ryan lying still on the bed. Keith Barton probably saw my silence as provocation, so finally lost patience. He turned his superior face toward me, revealing the ultimate purpose of this visit. "Hey, you simp bastard, stop acting. Don't let this love-brained kid waste medical resources anymore." After saying that, he pointed at the transparent oxygen mask on Lily Ryan's face. That thing was her only lifeline right now. Keith Barton's tone, as if talking about the weather, both cold and taking it for granted. "Pull out her oxygen tube. Let her go peacefully. We'll both get the money soon." Lana Lucy's eyes suddenly lit up, like two bulbs just switched on. She eagerly urged, "Yeah. Pull it quick, a living corpse vegetable. A useless waste, just wasting money." Lily Ryan's soul never expected. The one she loved for years, the one she protected for years, would want to kill her. Even less expected, the moral bottom of these two scums. Deeper than the Mariana Trench. Keith Barton saw me still standing motionless, his face showing clear impatience. He actually dared step forward, reaching to really pull Lily Ryan's breathing tube. "This simp waste wanna be a hero protecting the beauty, huh? If you won't do it, then I will." The moment his hand was about to touch the tube, I acted my 20 years of martial arts training. Wasn't for Park Tai Chi, Mr. Ryan. Actually, I could call him Dad too. The mission he assigned was to protect Lily Ryan, even if she had only a breath left. A crisp crack sounded. I grabbed Keith Barton's extending wrist tight, twisted it back. The force so strong even I felt a bit cruel. Keith Barton screamed in pain like a pig being slaughtered. His face immediately distorted, cold sweat pouring like rain. I gave him no chance to react. Swung my leg for another kick. This kick I used full power right into his gut. He flew back like a torn sack, knocking over chairs behind. Sprawled on the ground. Slap, one kick sent him flying. My other hand already quick as lightning pressed the red button. Emergency alarm at the headboard. The shrill siren immediately echoed the floor. Chaotic footsteps came from the hallway. Nurses and security team on duty at the nurse station rushed in immediately. "Mr. Kane, what's wrong?" The whole room chaotic like a mixed hot pot. Lana Lucy screamed, rushing to Keith Barton on the ground. Amid the chaos, I just coldly took out my phone, leisurely performed the operations. Like ordering takeout online. I dialed 3 numbers. Call connected. I calmly recounted the incident, in a voice without ripple. Hello 110 at VIP room 28 First People's Hospital. There's attempted murder. Disturbing order. Security and police arrived fast. The whole floor unusually bustling. Because of my handling, Keith Barton still writhed on the ground playing victim, mouth non-stop spewing insults, accusing me of bullying with power, while Lana Lucy hugged him wailing pitifully, accusing me of violence. I leaned against the wall, coldly watched the final act of these two clowns jumping. Police worked very professionally. After viewing surveillance camera, one each hand, hauled them away like chickens. I took the phone, called Lily Ryan's dad. Mr. Ryan, don't worry. I always remember my mission. I'll protect Ryan well. No big issue. Those two stinking flies you worried about, I already called police to handle. This time maybe can uproot them completely. Ryan's side probably won't resist too much. The voice from the other end sigh. This time crush them dead. Ryan won't wake anyway. She can't cause chaos and blame this father anymore. Hung up. The world finally quiet 5 days later. Everything settled properly. Ryan's dad rushed over. Looked aged several years. Red bloodshot covering his eyes like a net. He told me. He used some connections. Keith Barton and Lana Lucy's charges now much heavier. Attempted murder failed. Series of crimes at once. They'll serve at least 5 to 6 years. He patted my shoulder. Face briefly relieved. This is good. When Ryan wakes, no one to disturb you two anymore. You two can build feelings well. Lily Ryan's soul beside nodded vigorously. She pleaded yes. Hubby, from now on stay with me. Well, okay. I know I was wrong. Before I was just short-circuited. Pity you can't hear. I looked at him. Calmly shook head. Mr. Ryan. Contract only 3 months left. Even if she wakes, we won't be together. Hearing this, Lily Ryan beside ignored. She's just soul. She wanted to hug me, hold my hand to coquettish. But her hands passed through my body. Lily Ryan's soul sobbed. Hubby. Don't I haven't compensated you yet. How can you abandon me? I really know wrong. If you want money I can give you lots. Let my dad give you lots and lots. Just stay with me. He was stunned. Lived together 5 years yet no feelings developed. I smiled bitterly, smirked. But the smile didn't reach eyes. None at all, just like in her heart never had me. In my heart only the mission. Words just out. The familiar chill hit the hospital room again. Lily Ryan's soul flew over. Circling before me. I have you. In my heart, really have you. Just before I didn't distinguish clearly. Now I do. Believe me, I seem to feel. Something cold brushed my face. I faintly heard a shattered whisper. You really never loved me. I don't believe you only for money. Could sacrifice for me to this extent. Lily Ryan's soul echoed beside. He at that side long. As if instantly drained of all strength. Makes sense, all my fault. I spoiled her too much. Spoiled to turn her into a fool. He looked at his daughter on the bed. Eyes full complex. Back when she was in college. I only feared her being deceived of wealth and body by likes of Keith Barton. So sought you out. To protect her at school. Your family martial arts lineage. Your dad a hero sacrificed for justice. Your character I trusted. So later. I forced arranged your marriage. He paused. Voice with some guilt. But to be fair. Truly misfortunes never come singly. Bad luck targets the wretched. Your father full of righteousness didn't deserve to go like that. Leaving you siblings orphan, no reliance. I looked at ceiling. Eyes a bit dazed. Me and sister suffering a bit is fine. The most undeserving is my mom. My dad became anti-drug hero as wished. No use. That hero title killed my mom. But his childhood hero dream, considered fulfilled. That moment, air in hospital room seemed frozen. The chill instantly turned to piercing ice needles. Like wanting to freeze my soul. The Lily Ryan I couldn't see. Had heard everything. Turns out our marriage wasn't me clinging unrelentingly. But her dad's chest moved to protect her. Turns out the simp husband she despised. The profit-driven husband in her eyes. Had a tragic past of ruined family. Dad anti-drug hero. Died by drug dealers, mom brutally revenged, killed by them. And her she once pointed and cursed me. Said I was jealous of Keith Barton. Even wanted to snatch life-saving credit. Called me despicable, shameless. Thinking back now. Who exactly is the most despicable, shameless? The solid fortress in her heart had completely collapsed. Mr. Ryan's gaze stopped on my pale face. He wanted to say something. But finally just a long sigh. Kane, this old man. Wronged you, his voice heavy. Like pressed by 1,000-pound rock. Initially chose you. Besides your skills, good background, clean. Character reliable. There was another reason. I looked at him, said nothing. What reason could it be? Just my life, cheap. And just fit for use. In his cloudy eyes. Finally showed hard to say guilt. Because your blood type identical to Ryan's. Both rare Rh negative. The so-called panda blood. I didn't even raise a brow. This I knew long ago. Otherwise initially you wouldn't ask my blood type. So carefully. Mr. Ryan like unloaded final burden. Voice became hoarse. I was selfish. Feared if something happened to her. So treated you as living backup blood bank. The familiar cold came to hospital room again. This time without rage. Only dead silence left. Like winter frozen lake, not a ripple. Mr. Ryan flustered, wrung hands. Like a child who did wrong. I know this to you is very shameless, but for rich like us, this is very common, utterly common. I almost laughed. Yes, very common. Rich lives are lives. Our kind's lives just spares. Finally I spoke, voice flat as discussing weather. Take money, do job, natural justice. Mr. Ryan, you paid me. As long as not draw blood till I die on spot. Draw however much am willing. These my sincere words. Anyway, this lifelong not worth that much. Use this broken body, trade for sister's health. Trade for niece's carefree childhood. Worth it, my calmness. Seemed to make him more uncomfortable than any angry criticism. His face more guilty. Seeing a kid like you these years suffer hardship and her cold to you. This old man can't bear to watch anymore. He took from pocket a bank card. Stuffed into my hand, take this money, don't refuse. Go home, find some business. Nourish health, this body of yours needs rest. I bowed head, looked at card in hand. Money is good. I need it, so I'll take. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Lily Ryan's soul beside panicked. Wanted to interrupt our talk. Wanted me not to take money. Lily Ryan sobbed, don't. Take dad's money, then you can't go home. Lily Ryan's soul had completely understood. The one her dad found was husband. And bodyguard. And an ancient death warrior lifesaver. Not only protect her fully, but when needed, use this life to trade for hers. She thought I was simp. A traded good. But from start I was her most expensive talisman. Oh me, she long couldn't repay. After he left, I held that thin bank card. Felt like holding red hot iron. Not yet pocketed the card. Hospital door pushed open again. I thought nurse. So didn't bother looking up. Kane, a female voice choked. I looked up. Caught Hannah Quinn. Another of Lily Ryan's best friends. The only one who once advised her to treat me better. She wasn't noisy like Lana Lucy. Just stood there looking at me. Eyes rimmed red. That gaze not pity, but heartache, the kind. Heartache seeing treasured item shattered. My heart skipped, oh no. These days dog blood plots overloaded already. Come with me. She quickly stepped before me. Her voice full resolve, stop protecting this ungrateful wolf. I tiredly shook head. Voice a bit hoarse. Not yet time. My contract still 3 months. Took money, do job. Must see through. Hannah Quinn eager. Suddenly gripped my hand tight. Her palm very hot and forceful. Like clutching last straw. So when is the time? She doesn't love you, but I do. I love a devoted man like you. Her words fired like machine gun. Now she's a vegetable. Why still won't let go? I looked at her, then calmly said, actually you're wrong. I'm probably not that devoted type. I pretended deep devotion, all for reasons. I don't care, she stubbornly interrupted. What I see is your image in my heart. At least now it is. Next second I felt surrounding temperature drop again. Hannah Quinn didn't feel it. She tiptoed, suddenly leaned up. Soft warm sensation blocked my lips. Carrying undeniable possession and force. I froze. Mind completely blank. Did I poke a hornet's nest? 1, 2, then 3, why no one normal? A violent infung exploded by my ear, making neck hairs stand. What I couldn't see was Lily Ryan's soul now turned fierce ghost, using her ethereal hands, madly tearing at us too, wanting to separate us, but futile. Her hands passed through our bodies, easily. Unbearably aggrieved, she screamed, fake best friend. What are you doing? What are you doing to my husband? I didn't hear that soundless roar. I snapped awake, decisively pushed Hannah Quinn away. Force not strong but attitude firm. She stepped back from my push, but not angry at all. Instead face showed weird excitement. She glanced at still motionless Lily Ryan on bed, then at me, then uttered a sentence shattering my worldview, but full stimulation. Kane, she licked lips. Eyes gleaming, though this is hospital. But here has family bed ready. Let's do something stimulating right before Ryan. Who knows, maybe anger her awake. This stupid love-brained fool. Who she doesn't love, let me love. Who she doesn't want, let me seize. Even forcibly take. I completely froze. I suspected my ears wrong. What the hell? Use this to stimulate vegetable awake. Hey sis. Did you read too many late-night short stories? I shoved Hannah Quinn hard. Force not too strong but very decisive. You get out now. She stunned. Face incredulous shock and hurt. Kane. I said go, my voice no warmth. Hannah Quinn's face pale. Light and eyes extinguished instantly. Replaced by deeper interest in me. She licked lips. Finally said nothing more. Turned and left the room. World finally quiet. I tiredly leaned on wall. Felt these days dog blood plots. More than past 5 years combined. I looked at still motionless Lily Ryan on bed. A malicious thought suddenly arose. If already this crazy, might as well add more fuel. I stepped to bedside. Once more touched her cold thigh. Started joint massage motions. My actions still proper, but words outlaced with poison. So what? I leaned close, lowered voice. Like demon whispering. Want to keep pure for your white moonlight. Not let me touch, so angry, huh? Her body no reaction. Only heart monitor steady beeps. I cold laughed. Hand force increased a bit. You think I want to serve you? If not, your dad paid lots. Who'd bother touching a cold hard rock like you? 5 years warmed forever not warm. Aaron room seemed colder by degrees. I bent down. Lips almost stuck to her ear. Used my life's most vicious tone. To utter fatal provocation. If you really capable wake and slap me here. Otherwise I'll really leave with that woman just now. She's way more passionate than you. Way more understanding. Moment words out. I felt a violent infeng explode by ear and void I couldn't see. Lily Ryan's soul completely detonated. Extreme rage. And possessive desire deep in marrow. Made her completely mad. You dare this life, you only belong to me. She used all strength, screaming, charged at me, wanting to slap me, wanting to tear me apart. Those ethereal hands passed straight through my body, no obstacle, but coincidentally, hit hard. On her own belly lying on bed. Moment touched there. White light burst. That drifting soul, like sucked by giant vortex, forcefully pulled back into body. Beep 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 beep. The monitor issued shrill rapid alarms. Vitals jumped madly. I startled, stood straight, stared at bed. Fingers always motionless dangling. By Lily Ryan's side. Just twitched slightly. I thought, oh no. She's really waking. Damn, does that mean I have to go back to those oppressed miserable days? By this sudden change. Shocked to brain blank. Second later I awoke like electrocuted. I pressed bedside emergency doctor. Doctor where whole VIP floor. Instantly chaotic by me. Doctors and nurses rushed in. After hasty check. Everyone looked at me like miracle. Attending doctor pushed glasses. Voice full disbelief. Medical miracle, Mr. Kane. Miss Ryan's brain waves extremely active. Signs of waking soon. I immediately notified Mr. Ryan. When he arrived, too emotional, almost knelt before me. Grabbed my hand repeatedly, thanked Jack Kane. Great favor no words can repay. I beg you, stay 2 more months. Wait Ryan fully recover. I'll add more money for you. A huge sum. I looked at his white hair. Finally nodded agree. 2 months for half-life complete freedom. This deal too good. But I soon realized agreed too hastily. Lily Ryan after waking completely abnormal. First look she gave me when opened eyes. No disgust, no coldness. Instead a kind of gaze. Burning like melting me, ID never seen. That gaze full of love and intense possessive desire. I brought food for her. She refused, eat hubby feed me. She blinked. Voice soft sweet like coquettish. Just like coquettish. I dazed. Doctor said comply with patient. I reluctantly spooned porridge to her mouth. She took a bite. But didn't swallow. Next second she suddenly leaned close to my face. Used her mouth to feed that bite into mine. I completely stunned. She licked lips. Smiled smug like cat stole fish, tit for tat. Tit for tat to satisfy. I forcefully pushed her away. My face green. Her eyes immediately red-rimmed. Big tears started falling. She looked just like a pup abandoned by world. Hubby, I wrong. She clutched my shirt hem. Cried breathless. Don't be cold to me like this, okay? I'm scared. From now whatever you say I obey, okay? Whatever you want to do to me, I'll okay. My heart now tangled mess. At night she must hold my hand to sleep. Then she even patted her narrow hospital bed. Ordered me come sleep with me. You not beside. I can't sleep. I pointed to family bed beside. I sleep here. I just lay down. She actually flipped blanket, climbed down. Wordless climbed my small bed. Whole body pressed tight on me. Soft warm body stuck to me. I could clearly feel the heaving of her chest. I completely froze. What you doing? She burrowed into my arms, found comfy position. Gave smug laugh, you want sleep beside me? Then I sleep on you. See if you can sleep normal. I felt now not like bodyguard, nor nanny. ID become prey targeted by a seductive beauty. Could be eaten clean anytime. Jack Kane. Lily Ryan lay prone on my chest. Fingers lightly stroked my face. You never liked me. Even a little, her voice very soft. But like hammer straight to my heart. To end this ridiculous mess soon. I had to cut all her fantasies. No, I looked at ceiling. Voice cold, no emotion. Never. All I did was for money. To fulfill contract with your dad. Her body stiffened. Next second she suddenly tore my shirt. Rip sound. Buttons flew from chest to arm. Hideous scars. Exposed midair. Her tears immediately poured. Like broken bead strings. She extended trembling hands. Lightly touched scar nearest my heart. Cold fingertips brushed rough skin. Made me shudder. You're lying, she suddenly yelled at me. Voice shrill and sorrowful. You don't like me yet, took stabs for me. You don't like me yet, donated blood to save me. You don't like me yet, cared for me years. Protected me, tolerated all my bad habits. She like mad dove into my arms. 2 hands squeezed me tight. Made me hurt bad. You're lying. Her cries carried ultimate certainty and stubbornness. You like me. The one you love most is me. I know all you did for me. Kane, I love you. I love you most too. Facing that direct burning confession. First time I felt awkward. All disguise and endurance past 5 years shattered instantly. I awkwardly said I really only for money. Type like me, not worthy of you, I don't care. She suddenly raised head. Red eyes burned sick flame. You don't love me. Then I'll use forced love to make you love me. She pressed tight to my face. Kissed me roughly. That wasn't kiss. But biting. She brute forced open my teeth, carrying undeniable possession and madness. Swept my mouth. I kissed by her almost suffocated. Mind completely blank. This woman really mad. Lily Ryan's sickness grew worse. She had guards bring wedding dress. And tux pre-ordered. Right in this narrow hospital room. Kane, let's marry again. She in pure white wedding dress sat on bed. Smiled satisfied but full stubborn. This time I willingly marry you. I looked at that elegant black tux. Scalp tingling. You have no right to refuse, she snapped fingers. 219M guards. Built like bears blocked behind me. I forced to change into that tux. Under absolute force suppression, I had to hold with her a ridiculous wedding rite in room. No guests. No pastor. Only her blind deviated love. And 2 stone-faced guards. Hubby, you may kiss the bride. She closed eyes face up waiting. I stood motionless. She waited seconds. Then suddenly opened eyes. Used hands gripped my face tight. Then forced kissed me roughly. Tongue with bloody taste madly swept. I felt about to be swallowed by her. Discharge day. I thought finally free. I quickly packed her luggage. Turned to leave. Where you going? Voice from behind. Icy cold. I didn't look back. Contract ended. I have to go. Next second those 2 guards again appeared like mountains blocking me. They clamped both sides. Directly dragged me to car passenger seat. Click door locked tight. A sturdy rope. Tied my hands to front chest. I completely became fish on chopping board. Lily Ryan stepped to driver's seat. Looked at me via rear view. She gave characteristic yandere smile. That smile both sweet and weird. Hubby, let's go home. Car slowly rolled. Lily Ryan drove, while brainwashing me with barrage. Don't dream of escaping. We're registered married. This life you can only be mine. Also don't dream meeting that bitch Hannah Quinn. She not worthy touch even one hair of yours. My heart hung to throat. But not from her words. But her driving skills still too. Green and clumsy. Car swerved on road. Several times almost scraped nearby cars. Stop driving, I panicked yelled. You just recovered. Reaction still slow, let guard drive. I'm scared to death, won't hubby. My skills she not finished. Boom, huge crash sounded. Car lost control. Slammed into big tree roadside. Moment of impact. By instinct I used my tied body to shield her. Used bare back. Took all force. Impact from steering and dashboard. Her head hit hard my chest. Bone-piercing pain from back. I pained to grimace. Scarier was strong gas smell rising. While her foot still hard on accelerator. Engine roared madly in vain. Release accelerator. I used all strength to yell. You want us die together here, but she seemed fainted already. Lying motionless on me. Rear window shattered crash. Countless shards stabbed straight my back. I really speechless. Mission almost end. Yet take another painful hit. Escort car behind finally caught up. Group rushed, broke car door. They panic checked Lily Ryan's condition. Using this chaos. I struggled free rope then rolled out car. Ignored heart-tearing back pain. I desperately freed rope then rolled out car. Ignored bone-piercing back pain. I immediately called Mr. Ryan. Phone just connected. I almost cried, your precious daughter. She's mad, I want divorce. Immediately. Mr. Ryan, this time I saved her life again. We're even. You must help me. I proposed only plan. To escape this mad woman. Use fake death, announce I died in this crash. Cremate right away. Scatter ashes to sea, then you give me money. Let me completely vanish. Other end, long silence. Finally tired sigh, okay. Jack, can I owe you? 2 years later. In Suzhou I used Mr. Ryan's compensation. Open few small shops. Leisurely be idle boss. Business all managed by buddies and sister. My sister's illness long recovered. Now she helps manage books. Little niece Haley Kane also in elementary. She cute as carved from jade. Just clings to me too much. Weekend I took her mall stroll. Passing claw machine she wouldn't budge. Put in dozen coins. Yet not touch even bare fur. She panic stomped. Hugged my leg, coquettish uncle. Claw one for me please. I'll call you dad, claw one for me, okay. Dad, claw one for me. I lightly tapped her head. Don't call randomly, messes hierarchy. Then I put 3 coins. Just 3 tries. Clawed biggest one out. I smug gave bear to her. Just turned, smile froze on face. Not far. Familiar figure glaring at me. Eyes piercing. Like wanting to devour alive, it was Lily Ryan. I guilty for second. Immediately grabbed niece, ran full speed, no look back. That night to celebrate. This quarter profit new record. I invited bro Owen young foot massage. Owen enjoyed service while. Thumbs up me, Kane, you're the best. I thought you really got taken down by that woman. Turned simp. Didn't expect you undercover for big bucks like this. This bro I accept. Made money, didn't forget pull bros. Later you say handle who I handle. We two chatting. Just stepped out massage parlor. Blocked by several black supercars. Door opened. Figure in black trench. Black short boots stepped down, slender legs and black stockings. Under black short skirt stark white and night. Lily Ryan, her eyes both cold and hot. Both yandere and mad. Step by step toward me Arcane. Long time no see. I controlled by 5 guards with build and height, far surpassing mine. When awoke again. I lying on big soft bed. Wrist felt cool smooth. I looked down. My hands tied by pair black stockings. Tight to headboard. Lily Ryan sitting beside. Fingertips brushed my cheek. She licked lips. Weren't you dead? She bent whispering in my ear. Light laugh. So. Your bro watched 15-second ad to revive you, huh? My throat dry. You calm down a bit. Calm. She laughed more madly. I searched you 2 years. Missed you to madness. You tell me how to calm. She told me. Past 2 years her only joy was sending Keith, Barton and Lana, Lucy, that dog couple, to mental hospital. Each day varied tortures. Then she changed tone. Eyes instantly dangerous. Past 2 years you lived well, huh? Beautiful wife, smart kid, quite cozy. That little girl of yours even calls you dad already. I scared soul scattered. Hurried explain. That's my niece. My sister's daughter. She like suddenly understood, drawled. Voice. Your niece, huh? I thought. You secretly had kid with another woman behind me. Misunderstanding cleared. I just sighed relief. Then she suddenly bent. Decisively lifted my shirt. Her fingers touched 3 faded scars on my chest. Warm breath. Brushed ear. These 3 big scars to repay. I want 3 kids, trade 3 knives for 3 lives. This scar tonight we start repaying. I panicked, begged. Wait a bit. Am not ready yet. Let me eat some kidneys tonic first then come. But she smiled, then pressed naked on me. Uttered 3 words in my ear. I can't wait.